Alright, what's going on? Um, Been a while since I posted here, but I'm gonna go over a couple trades I took. I placed them last night around like 10, 11 o'clock. Uh, One loser, one winner. Obviously, the winner was about three and a half, four times my risk. So definitely made up for the loser and some more. So, uh, first trade was on GU. This is the one that I lost, and then I took a GJ trade, the one that I won. Now, I'll start off with GU, simple. I took a loss, and what I first saw was I started on the weekly and see that I marked off this level right here, just 3, 4, 34, 350. It's a level where price once held as resistance. This is resistance here, um, resistance here, or kind of, there's a gap, resistance here, and now um, we've actually broke above and are now retesting a support. So in the super long term, we could see price start to go bullish here. However, we are trading below the 50 and the 21 SMA. So we could see, reason why I say is because we started trading under this 50 AM SMA. So we could potentially try to see if the market wants to go retrace a little bit more. And on the daily, uh, so we can see here I have this zone marked off because again, the market held this area once as support, and then support and support. So with that being said, once we broke above or below, and then we retested our major level here, it then went to H4, and let's just cut it. So went to H4. You can see we actually broke above resistance here to retrace into this level, to where now that we've reached this level, I want to go on an entry time frame, which is one of these 5-minute, 15-minute, or 30-minute. See if I can get some kind of price action that tells me that price wants to go shorter. So what I waited for is, you can see price consolidating. After a while, we finally broke below this area, and I went to M15. I said, okay, where can price go to that can give me a pretty good entry, or like a what people call like a sniper entry. Um, so I marked off this zone right here. Main reason is because we could see price once. Let me actually favor this and move this over. We see price that once held this area as resistance, and then which was support. So with this being said, the probability of price coming back into this level and giving us some kind of candlestick pattern that wants to make us go take short was what I'm waiting for. So I'm on M15. Finally, we get this here. Actually, I'm on M30, and the reason why I enter is because, again, on this same exact level, we can see that the current candle printed this wick, and that's when I actually took that entry, placed my stop above this high, like right about there, and then my take profit was this black line right here, which we can see if I mark it out again. Price held this as support, then resistance, kinda some resistance, broke above, support. So that's where I decided to put my take profit, which would have given me 3.5 times my risk. So that's why I did that. And as we can see what actually happened, I took this at 10:30, and I actually went to bed, waited for London session to probably push price down this way. However, we can see that there was some support here that was previous resistance. We can see it right here, and now it's support, which was resistance. So price cannot follow through there. It actually went above and hit my stop loss. So in my opinion, I actually think it was a good trade. I followed my rules, waited for price to hit a key level, which we can see by the daily right here. It's a major support that broke, which is now being retested. also trading below our SMAs here. We have more bearish momentum. Now, yeah, I would say this is a good loss that I took, followed my rules, everything. However, one thing I didn't notice is that on the H4 we can see the market actually broke above the 50 SMA. And the SMA acts kind of like a dynamic support and resistance a little bit. We can see like I'll go back to my drawing tool, like right here and right here. But yeah, it actually broke above and then retested, which also retested previous resistance, and it actually broke above. So that's kind of one thing I missed there. Oh, excuse me. If I would have saw this, honestly, I would have waited for further confirmation. I would have just waited for some kind of H1 break of support, like maybe this right here. So this would have been my support level. If I actually would have just seen a price retest and break, then I would look into getting an entry. Because on the H4, we would have traded back below the 50 SMA there. So, but yeah, that's the loss I took there. Now, to begin on the win I took on GJ, which is right here, about 104 pips, which is really good. So to get into the breakdown, again on weekly, marked off major levels of support and resistance. We can see this level right here, 153.310. Let's say I usually like to do like a round number to the nearest 10. More psychological level. So this, and then we have 149.281 down here. We could see huge, like this right here, and this is on the weekly. So again, we retouched this area, and now once we test this area here, the probability of price going to the next level is pretty high. So, and that's how the banks really, banks and like big hedge fund traders, that's how they trade, and they trade from level to level, and I want to trade with them and not against them. So, but yeah, let me get rid of these circles here. So that being said, once price actually hit this level, we can see that we are in some kind of a bearish, let me see if I can find, here we go, path. I'm trying to create a path here. We can see we are in some kind of bearish structure here, creating, now that I've actually, oops, oh, frick. Let me restart that. Yeah, so we have the high, broke above this support, lower high, lower low, some kind of lower high, lower low, lower high, a new low. Yeah, so we are in some kind of bearish trend here, but again, I want to trade level to level. So what actually happened here was, if we go to H4, we could see that on the H4 we kind of have some kind of bearish trend as well. So we have the high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then we can see that we actually broke above. If I go on H1, we actually broke above this major level of structure, which again, let me delete this. What was once resistance here, here we break above, now turns into support. So with that being said, we just came off this level of major key level here on the weekly. So the chances of the level traveling from here all the way up to here could be pretty high. I mean, obviously that's still another like 125 pips, and we can see price is starting to currently travel up there. But the reason why I got into this trade is, again, what was once resistance, and resistance is now being tested as support. Because if sellers can hold this level, then it's pretty high probability that buyers can hold the same exact level. So what actually happened here, and I think I also used a fib just to kind of bump up my, again, the, what's that called? I don't know. But we can see it was, I call it like a gold zone. I know there's some traders out there that call it like a gold zone retracement. The 50 and the 61.8 on top of being at previous resistance, which is now being support. So it's two confirmation. There we go. Confluences, confirmations. That's what I'm talking about. But on the M30, actually on M15, I actually entered right here. So price retested as support, and actually price was all the way up here when I was watching the market. Sorry, like right above, yeah, like right here. It was when I was watching it, and I put an alert here at this zone, because if price again can come back to this level, I can get back into an entry. We can see an M15 huge rejection where all these other rejections are. And I waited for some kind of engulfing pattern, which was right there. So, and then stops right below the low. I didn't put it below this wick right here, mainly because I wanted to get the best risk reward as possible. So I placed like right there. And then again, where my targets are going to be. So first target was like right here. Again, it's like almost 3.5 times my risk. Right at the candle closure of these wicks here. But my main level I was targeting is, I went on a higher time frame and said, okay, just like the weekly, where's like a major key level that price has a higher probability of traveling to? And on H4, it went right here. So immediately look at all the structures. So we have this here, previous support, which came into resistance, which then broke above and actually retested a little bit, which was now support once again. So I'm like, okay, this is a pretty good level that I can choose for my take profit to be. And so paste it up there. So yeah, about almost like 6.5 times my risk there. So again, went to sleep and woke up at around 10 a.m. today, which was like right there. So yeah, I woke up at like 10 a.m. and pretty much, yeah, I woke up and it was already hit. TP was already hit for 6.5 times our risk. So yeah, I think that was a pretty good trade. GJ, majority of the time, sometimes again, it's all probabilities, holds their support and resistance very well. So I was pretty confident taking that trade. So yeah, again, we had lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then that's when we broke above and took our entry there to take us higher. So even though on the major time frames we are in some kind of downtrend, we have to understand that on the weekly we just retested a major level once again, and we can even see we're already engulfing this current candle right there, or the previous candle from last week. So when we come off of a major level like this, we can definitely try to see bullish moves to see if, okay, is this level going to, I don't know what happened there. Is this level going to break above all of these major highs right here? Or again, are we going to retest and come down to this level once again? So it's really just trading level to level basically, and we have to take advantage of that. But that's the reason why I saw that bullish move, is because again, we've come off of a major level like here and here and here and here and here, and the chances of it breaking or being support here and taking as bullish is very high probability. So yeah, those are the trades. Again, this trade took care of the GU loss from last night as well, and made us more. So yeah, we'll have another analysis on the next trades I take, and have a good one.